Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right, just watched a movie called Queer, starring Daniel Craig, and I don't know any of the other actors. Jason Schwartzman, I know him. I Heart Huckabees, and Fargo season 4. Now, I don't know how to judge this movie. I'm actually perplexed. I think this movie went over my head. Maybe. Although I think my guesses might be on point. Like the whole the second part of the movie, or maybe like maybe the third act, you might want to call it, where they take the jungle juice, and they're tripping balls, and they start merging with each other, which is something that was mentioned by Daniel Craig kind of throughout the movie, of him like talking about this idea of telepathy, right? Oh, the Russians, the Russians and U.S. military, these guys, they experiment trying to figure out telepathy. And so I guess he pursues that, along with maybe a... no, I think he got over the drugs before they got to that jungle. I think he was over the drugs already. He was kind of like withdrawing on his way there, but I guess he got over it by then. And I guess he truly experiences that idea of being physically non-physical with someone. I guess maybe in like a spiritual way or psychological way, like being connected to someone, right? Like that end scene where he feels the presence of the Eugene character, although who knows where that Eugene character actually is. And Daniel Craig's an old man at that point, like an old man. I don't know. Maybe it's a statement about the afterlife, maybe, or idea of spirit and psychology and all of that. Like I said, I'm stumbling for words because I don't exactly know what was going on in the movie. It was very abstract, I think, especially near the ending. The end of the movie is a lot more like you're following characters with names. They're going to places, they're talking to people, they're doing physical things, right? You can see what they're doing. But once they go to the fucking South American jungle and take the fucking ayahuasca, it's just, who the fuck knows? I don't know what's going on here. Not really. Maybe it's the idea of searching for a deeper connection is what he was looking for the entire time. Right? And he's maybe a self-deprecating type of guy where his first Lee, played by Daniel Craig, like his approach to the Eugene guy was self-deprecating, right? It's like, oh yeah, I'm what you call like a pervert, and you're not supposed to like me, right? You're not supposed to like me. But at the same time, he's still trying to look for that connection. I think that could be the point of the movie, but I don't think I can stand on that. Honestly, I don't really know. If that's the case, if I'm right about that, then okay, it makes a little bit more sense, and it's definitely done in a very abstract way. And that does not bother me at all. Okay, fine. But once again, like I'm trying to judge a movie, I guess, and I don't know. I think I will recommend this movie. I'm gonna say that off rip. I recommend this movie. I think it's very bizarre and interesting. It's not like Challengers, which is I guess the first movie I've seen from this guy, from this Luca something guy. His fucking name, Luca. I can't say Guadagnino, Nino, some shit like that. Whatever the fucking guy's name, the guy who made Challengers, which is a lot more like, and it's a lot more interpretable, if that makes sense. It's a lot more, I guess, less abstract. Although there is abstraction in there. There is woo woo in the little tennis movie Challengers. There's I think concepts they're trying to touch on in that movie, but they make it a little bit more blatant. This one is very like it's kind of out there. Once again, especially the second half or last third of the movie. The beginning's a lot more traditional, but they're not giving you much. There's little specks of it. Like I said, Daniel Craig seeing his mind or his psyche kind of leaving his body to, to do what like his true volitions are, but he can't actually do externally, right? So it's like his mind's imagining it almost, or maybe his spirit is experiencing it. Who knows? I can't say I know because it didn't really give us ground to stand on to be like, okay, this is the case or that's the case. They kind of left it open ended, which is fine. Not overly mad at that. But yeah, it's like I'm really fucking struggling here. I can't exactly say what I just witnessed. I can't put it on concrete ground. I can only make some, I guess, kind of assumptions, I guess, or ideas of what I think I saw or where I thought the artist was trying to go, but I don't really have it fully encapsulated in my mind. I just don't. But I do think there's something worth seeing here, which is why I recommend it. But my grade is just like almost non-applicable. Almost, it's just not like for all I know, I missed some sort of key thing that explains what's going on in the movie a little bit more. Thus, affects the grade. There's only one thing I could like actually think of for that. Like, I guess it's someone searching for a connection, right? And they give you the dry social version of it. And then they give you the deeper, like, you fucking spirit leaves the body and you're in full abstraction world, make connection type of thing. If that's where they're going with, like, okay, fine. If I judge it on that, I guess my score would be something like a 7 out of 10. At least they're attempting to cross those bridges, go to some place, right? It's not just an empty lot, right? They're not leading you to an empty fucking street corner, right? They're at least trying to go there from typical social of someone trying to make connection and the way they approach it through, at least in Daniel Craig's way, I guess, of self-deprecation and, a weird sense of honesty, but although he's kind of crapping on himself as he's being honest, right? But the kid's like, yeah, sure. Like, the dude, the Eugene guy's like, yeah, whatever. Like, he's just in. Like, okay. Which maybe surprises Daniel Craig in this movie, but showing that on a social level, then showing it when they're both high on ayahuasca and their bodies are merging together and he's seeing the universe and shit like that. Maybe they're supposed to represent the same expression. Although, I would say something like Everything Everywhere All at Once touches those simple things and gives it like a gargantuan sized story to it and depth to it a little bit better for me than this does. So if they're doing that, like I said, my score would be somewhere around 7. 7.1. It's just, once again, execution. Execution would be a thing. Also, like, I'm not mad at someone, like, picking their favorite songs or something like that. Well, I guess the music was done by Trent Reznor, right? That's the, what is that, 9 Inch Nails? And that's the lead singer for Nine Inch Nails. And he did the music for the movie. And you can see it's like his iPod's playing for us. Like random music that's not from the time period that they're in. And they play like almost the entire fucking songs while they're doing it. They aren't like, Yellowstone style. Here's a music video for the sake of promoting new artists or, kind of pop country songs. This was like someone like, I actually love this music, so I'm like trying to showcase it in this movie. So I'm like, I'm not mad at that. It doesn't boost the grade at all, but you know what? When you when you get to make your own movie, you want to play music that you think no one listens to or whatever the fuck, fucking go for it. Fun. Once again, my score's 7, but it could be absolutely wrong. If I learned some sort of piece of information, I was like, whoa, okay, this is where the artist was actually going. Then I'll adjust accordingly, and I'll probably give it a rewatch. But as of now, this is what I feel about the movie. That's where I'm at. Anyone else want to say anything about the movie? I'm sure most of you didn't see all of it. I might be the only one that saw the entire movie. So, whatever. Going once, going twice, done, sold. There's your review for Queer starring Daniel Craig. Cha-cha-cha-cha.